With it right here with who I started with, we something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, 8 no central coast, mob and suicide. Only arsonist. I step in the booth and gas, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back. We're live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful linda raza, man. Do me a favor, man. Hit that like. Por favor. That's all I ask, cabrones. That's all I ask is that I hit that like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hey, this is what we do over here. This is the Chicano channel. This is our own genre that we innovated, we created, we pioneered, we opened the lane. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. So hit that like. You can hit the thumbs up. You don't have to. You can hit the thumbs down. I call it the chinga tu madre button. It's all to the good. We got thick skin right here. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about child labor camps. We're going to talk about farm labor strikes. 44 Vato caught in 4K. George Lopez. Junior's karma. Is it Junior's karma or not? We're going to get right into it. That's why we didn't do these long-ass intros. Ruben C, that's right. I see you, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron, man. Hit that pinchy like button, man. It costs nada. There ain't no Zelle. None of that shit, man. We're live on Chicano Street. We're going to do some announcements before we move forward, though, accordingly. The first announcement is that Chicano Street episode 2 is coming back on July 30th, gente. I appreciate all the feedback. I see the analytics. I see the numbers. I see that's what you guys want to listen to is the cotorreo between the fellas from the 831. Well, here we are. We're on the map. And so we're going to put Central Coast on the map. We're going to put Northern California on the map because no one else is doing nothing. Nothing around here, nothing. People always say, Mikey, why are you pandering over there to this and why are you pandering to that? Look, I want you to drop in the comment section what other podcasts in Northern California are hot. Maybe I don't know. I'm looking and I don't see nada, man. So again, we appreciate you guys, man. Chicano Street, episode 2. With Raymond, everybody loves Ray, and the number 1 NorCal promoter. This is what Goto said, cabron. The number 1 promoter in all Northern California, Oompa Knock, is going to be here, and that's my boy from school. So we go way back, like hubcaps on Cadillacs, and of course, Raymond. So July 30th will be on at 7 o'clock. There's a lot to get into. I'm not going to make it a long cotorreo, but I see Raider Tommy. I appreciate you, my boy. Miss Gangster Piggy and Boy Aguilar, I appreciate you. Oh, you just reminded me right now. So Mile High Hustle is having his first pro fight tomorrow. I want to go ahead and just send out positive energy over to Denver, Colorado. We're going to be talking about Denver with 44 Vato. I want to send nothing but positive energy, my boy. I already text you what the game plan is. The game plan is feel old, big old biscuit boy out. You know, you'll know in the first round because he weighs like what? He weighs like 350, 360? Big old bit. Okay, so feel him out in the first round. He's either got no gas tank. He's not going to be able to go to the distance. So he's going to unload the gas tank in the first and try to put you to sleep. Or for some reason, he got crazy cardio, but I don't think so. And then he's going to want to go in the later rounds. No matter what, the jab is key. Listen to your corner. My boy Mile High Hustle is going to be in the house for sparring. September sparring happening in Southern California. Raider Tommy, if you want to be there, my boy, go ahead and get a hold of me. I'll make a way for you to get there. Raider Tommy, if you want to be there, the invitation's open to you. It's open to everyone in the chat, cabrones. Okay, private invitation to all my day oneers. Forget about it, okay? Private invitation to all the day oneers. All you got to do is message me. We're going to be out there in Southern California, exactly in the city of Upland. So Snowman from Fontana has already checked in, is actually going to be the only one at home. Snowman is from the 909. So it's going to be at home. So what is it all going to entail? Look, it's going to be a lot of vlogging. Everyone is going to be going live. I'm telling everyone, bring the extra battery pack, juice your cameras, your phones up, because I want everyone to be live from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Maybe about 1 to 1:30 is going to be all shooting the shit cotorreo. There's going to be a microphone right there if anyone wants to grab it. I want to say thank you to Warzone Boxing that opened their doors again. My brother Al, my patriot brother Al. thank you again for opening your doors. We'll be in Upland, California, September 13th. And again, the people that messaged me to get in the ring, the only people that are going to get in the ring are content creators. I hate to burst your bubble, okay? You got 200 IG followers, okay? Don't get mad, but it ain't going down that way, okay? So the only people that are going to get in the ring are going to be only strictly content creators, okay? So if you're not a content creator, you're still invited, cabrones. I'm not saying you can't come. It's just you're not going to be in the ring. So everyone is going to vlog it for about 1 to 1:30. We're going to be shooting the shit, taping up, getting on the mic. And then about 1:30, we'll start some rounds, okay? We're going to get money with each other. Everyone's just going to run fades. Fade here, fade there, fade there. What the people have been waiting for. Too much talking and no one is pulling up. For whatever reason, right? Well, the politics. Well, the gangbanging. Well, no, at the end of the day, it's because you got no balls. If you had fucking balls, you'd get a hold of Mikey and you'd pull up. But since you ain't got balls, don't trip. And to the other content creator, the huge platforms like American Cholo, man, Hater World, or all the platforms, right? You are absolutely welcome. Hood Stocks, absolutely welcome to come. It's going to be open. Just got to RSVP with me. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a vibe. And you don't want to trip. You don't want to trip because the brown wall on this event, the brown wall is actually going to be nothing but pro boxers. It's actually going to be nothing but pro boxers. So don't FAFO, okay? Get out of line because we're going to have nothing but pro boxers that are going to be security. It's going to be a vibe, food, festivities, etc. So if you want to get a hold of me, the invitation is out to all the day oneers on Chicano Street, man. I appreciate you guys. Get a hold of me, and I'll make sure you guys are there. I'll make sure you're taken care of. My boy Raider Tommy again. Look, we got Mile High Hustle. He just checked in the building. Thank you, my brother. My brother. What an inspiration, man. Talk about a man going and getting his money. Mile High Hustle could easily be sitting on the pinchy couch eating potato chips and talking shit with memes, you know, and throwing memes out there. Instead, he's 40 years old, like me, in our 40s, and he's out there kicking everyone's ass. He'll be at open sparring. I can't wait. I can't wait to see a round between Mile High and Snowman. I can't wait to see that. Snowman got a hold of me. He just, he's froggy. Just like any other Chicano, man. He's froggy. He wants to go ahead and start dancing and put it to work, right? I'm also going to put the phone number up, man. Let's go ahead and kick this shit off, man. It's been too long. We'll put the phone number up. It's time to react. We got too much going on YouTube Landia. Not to react. You know, some of the things, people like what I say. A lot of people don't like what I say, but I really don't give a shit. I'm a Chicano. I'm a first generation Mexican-American born here. And I only grew up around Chicanos, of Mexicanos también. And so we're going to give you this perspective, unwatered down and unapologetic. If I say something that ruffles your feathers, me vale at the end of the day. Because this is my fucking space right here, my community on YouTube, the Chicano genre. I made this shit. I didn't fit in anywhere else, so I had to carve my own pinchy lane out, and here we are, all right? All right, let's go. All right. That was a long-ass intro, huh? Shit, what's going on over here? All right. You know, there was a great interview, and that was on Hood Stocks. I want to give a shout-out to Hector Jesus, man. I think, you know, if we were to level up the Chicano genre on YouTube, we turn this shit into a Chicano entrepreneur genre, right? Or maybe it's just the Chicano genre, and of course there's a Cholo genre. We already know what that is, right? All blasted up and Cholos and level 4s and 10 pegadas and all those fucking stories, right? But it was so refreshing to see another entrepreneur come on the internet, get the same shit that I've gotten, right? Say paisas and all this other shit. And I'm like, hey, and this guy didn't even grow up in Cali. He grew up in North Carolina, but he was born in Santa Ana. So again, I've been on here since day one trying to level the people up. And now we have something refreshing that Hector Jesus says. So let's go ahead and play that and react. Dale gas.
15K on a fucking quinceañera, but we can't spend 15K with an immigration lawyer, right? Pero para la quinceañera, bien que ponemos, este padrino para el pastel, este padrino para el videógrafo, este padrino para el salón. We could do that, but we don't have enough money for immigration lawyer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
of course.
sure.
That's part of the sacrifice,
Okay,
bro. That's part of the sacrifice
100%.
that our parents did.
But that's
so
a
that
cultural thing, brother. That's a
Are
cultural
you
thing.
ashamed of that culture? Are you
No,
ashamed of that?
me saying
That sounds like
that
Jay from
us
Texas.
spending 15K on something that's irrelevant. What does a quinceañera really do for our daughters long term? How can we spend 15K on a fucking quinceañera?
Damn it. You hear what he said? So let's talk about that because people get their panties all up in a bunch. Look, here's Hector Jesus giving out financial information. And that sounds like Jay from South Texas. Okay. If that's Jay from South Texas, hey, ¿qué huele contigo, güey? That sounds like him. And I already know Jay from South Texas. Anything that's shooting shots at Mexico or whatever, se agüita. And this guy, maybe when he said paisas or whatever, a lo mejor se agüitó con él. But look, man, at the end of the day, they spend so much monies on quinceañeras, and then right after the quinceañera, they might get thrown in the fucking migra truck. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It absolutely does not make sense. Our investments are ass backward, man. Ass backward. You know, I was just speaking with, I was at one of my properties today, and it was the housekeeper. This is a new housekeeping company. They're a little bit more on the expensive side, right? They're cleaning apartments for almost a rack, right? But I like them because you get what you pay for. And I'm like, I want to see what their standards are. So I was talking to the owner of the housekeeping business today. And she was, we were talking about the topic of business got in there. We're slowly transitioning into, hey, ¿qué estás haciendo para que trabaje el dinero? So, you know, she speaks Spanish, right? She goes, well, es que yo tengo una casa que ya rento. She started saying, I have a rental, but this and that. And I said, look, what I'm going to tell you is what someone told me is you should invest in buying commercial properties that even if they're fixer-uppers, because the raza always does quinceañeras. The raza always does sweet 16s. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Forget that it's ass backward and we'll drop 50 racks on a quinceañera, but won't spend 15 on a lawyer. Forget that, right? Forget that. We'll get to immigration in a little bit. But I told her, I purchased un salon for it was $350 on the market. Just needed a little bit of paint, some floors, a little bit of TLC. And now that shit is getting about 10 to 15 G's a month. We've got to invest and think long-term. Those commercial properties, you have a higher chance to qualify to purchase commercial property that you can go ahead and lease and rent than you do for purchasing homes. Because here on the Central Coast, the median average home is $800,000 to $1 million. And that's not even new. I'm talking about homes that need paint, carpets, and other shit, okay? Prices of housing has gone up. That Fed director, vale verga, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So it was so refreshing, though, to see another Chicano come on the internet and level the people up, if that's what the people want. I know that's not going to get the more views. The most views is going to be the Cheeseman. The more views is going to be the Brown going after Brown. The more views is going to be beefs and fighting and another Vato on the thumbnail. And now I'm making thumbnails about different Vatos and I'm doing all this shit. I get that. But it was so refreshing. And I started following this cabron right here. I started following Hector Jesus because exactly of what he said is exactly how I resonate. We're in a country right now where all we have to do is just work with what we got, man. Absolutely work with what we got. So we got tax systems. We got to learn them inside out. We got financial systems. We got to learn them inside out. Insurances, business. They didn't have administration of business back when I was coming up. Now they teaching the youngsters how to run their own business. But do the youngsters want to do that? No, the youngsters are lazy. The youngsters are lazy. They don't want to do that. Give me. They expect everything. And we don't discipline them like our parents disciplined us. Let's keep that a buck, okay? They want a quinceañera for 50 racks. Okay, we give it to them. We give them cars. We give them phones. This is the conchudo soft generation, right? Next thing you know, they turn into adults. They ain't doing shit. When we turned into adults, our parents were charging us rent. When we turned into adults, it shit got harder for us. It didn't get easier. The pressure was on for us to get the fuck out of the house. That's different. Now you got a different generation, right? Now, one thing I also do understand is that those of us that got beat downs, that got fucking, huaraches and escobas and we got the coat hangers a la chingada and all that shit. I understand that we don't want to do that to our children, but we took it way too far extreme where now we don't even want to discipline our children. That's the opposite extreme of being now we want to be our child's best friend instead of being a parent. Okay. But shout out to Hector Jesus, man. Shout out to what he said. I agree with what they're talking about is the raza will drop 50 racks on a quinceañera, but still won't even think about an immigration lawyer. Then they get snatched up, get thrown in the truck. La migra's coming. Córrele, cabrón. La migra's coming. They get snatched up. But hey, they had the quinceañera of the year. Let's keep it moving. Now this, what the fuck is this, bro? Shout out to all the raza, man, that loves lowriders, man. I'm going to get one more lowrider. I am. This was my palabra. I'm telling that to myself, right? And it's going to be a toy. Just put it in the garage, right? I'm a lowrider guy. I've had 3 in my life. 2 of them have won awards at the shows, right? Regal and a Cutlass. I had an 81 Buick Regal convertible, baby blue, okay? I had a 76 Cutlass, 16 blend battery, 16 solenoids chained up. Won 3rd best hopper at the West Coast Clowning Tour in 2000. That was a lime green Cuddy. And then the last one was Donna. I needed to sell Donna a 94 Fleetwood Brougham with about 20 racks of receipts into her system, airbags, all that shit. But that I needed to level up my business. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm to the point where it's just a box of metal. My endeavors come first because I'm setting up my family for generational wealth, right? Well, this went down at the East Side Car Show. I think it was just this weekend, okay? Now, what happens when the raza gets together, a little bit of alcohol, there's some low riders. Well, let me take a step back. From experience, cabrones, right? From experience, who are the attendees to these car shows, right? It's the majority is raza. I'm not saying there's not gabachos, africanos. The majority is raza, right? I see you, Estelu Delfino. That's right, my boy. OG Smoker, pack that fucking Brillo, my boy. Handle your business, cabron. Zapata Vive, that's right. Nothing but fucking plumas and pedazos and machetes, my boy. Or you like the hacha way. You like the hacha right here? Boom. This is for fucking lames right here. We sacrifice them on this temple right here. And we put the lames right here. We're going to talk about a couple of lames tonight, too. A couple, because my name got mentioned, and I really don't even like to bite into it and shit because it's going to go back and forth. But I don't give a shit, Okay, so the East Side Car Show, it happened at the Pomona Fairplex. Well, it ended up going bad. Not the whole show. No, there was on-stage presentations. For the most part, everyone was having a vibe, and everything was good until I think alcohol came into play. Alcohol plus Chicanos equals melees, okay? Let's keep that a book. Again, alcohol plus Chicanos equals melees. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play the audio. Let's play the audio and see what's going on. I'm going to bring it up for one more time. That way we can hear it from the beginning. Let's go. Before the week ended. Oh, okay. No, I can't do that. It's got a song on the soundtrack. So here we go. Wow. So they're getting busy right here. They're throwing chingazos. Someone is standing their ground. Oh, man. Dude in the black just dropped a dude in the maroon. This dude just came around the corner. Okay, here's go. So someone's on the ground. Someone's getting stomped out. This is really giving the raza a bad look. It's actually not the raza is getting a bad look. I correct myself. I apologize. I stand corrected. This gives car shows a bad look. Everyone that wants to go to a car show and just enjoy the food, the hopping contest, the sound offs. I don't even know if they do sound offs anymore. They used to. Everyone that wants to go enjoy that does not come for this kind of desmadre. But what happens? Usually? The cholos fuck it up, man. I want to ask the people this, man. Is there ever going to be a point in the lowrider community where car shows are going to be happening and cholos aren't going to ruin it for everybody else? Just like this show right here. Drop a comment. Truth Media, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. Let me go ahead and highlight some of these things, man. Let me see if the highlighter's on. Let me see if the highlighter's on. That's right, cabron. Is it? All right. Yeah, the highlighter's on. That's right. Truth Media, first comment of the night, 831-240-4328. If you want to call in at any time during the live, it is open. It's ready to go. Truth Media says this: Lowrider is low-level culture embarrassment. I disagree. I want to say it is a culture. That's all it is. Okay. It is a culture. If you want to enjoy it, enjoy it. Now, the truth be told, is a lot of fucking gangbangers are love lowriders. A lot of them love lowriders. So what kind of crowd is going to go out there? The felons are going to be out there. The two strikers are going to be out there. The youngsters that are super active. I remember it was 2 months ago. I think I told you guys right here. And it was a youngster, and I was at the In-N-Out Burger. I was just eating right there. 6 youngsters walked up because the In-N-Out Burger's in the hood. 6 youngsters walked up, right? One of them, maybe, I think it was like 2 of them recognized me. Hey, Mikey, blah, 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 blah. And so we got I go and I sit outside and eat, right? And they got their orders too, and they were eating outside. And one of the youngsters came up to me, goes, "Hey, Mikey, what do you think about this?" And he lifted his stomach, and they had a big old plaqueazo blasted on his stomach, and it said 100, and well, I don't want to say it, but it said a percentage active. And it was a big old eye buster. And I'm like, youngsters, you guys do what you do, man. Active youngsters go to these car shows. People try to go and have a good time. And the gabachos look at us like, estos cabrones otra vez la regaron, man. We lend them the Pomona Fairplex, and this is what happens. Look at this. Nothing but chaos. But Truth Media, as far as it's a low-level culture, it's a culture. Okay? It's part of, right? It's part of Chicano culture. I want to say the first lowriders were Chicanos. I don't think Africanos were the first lowriders. I don't think Gavachos definitely were not the first lowriders. They invented barbecue. Okay, so I think it's a Chicano, part of the Chicano culture. Chicano's a subculture to the Mexican culture, right? So I don't know, cabron, but I like lowriders way. But do people fuck it off like this, throw chingazos? Absolutely. All right, keep it pushing it then. That's right, my boy Raider Tommy. All right, let's go. Well, we got a story coming out of, is this Los Angeles? This might be coming out of Los Angeles, okay? This is something that, shout out to my boy Bean Chicano, man. That's right, cabron. Go and subscribe or follow my boy, man. He's down low, he's private and shit like that, but I appreciate you. He's a day oneer. So, what's happening with ICE raids and immigration, and maybe we'll get into that. I got a couple clips you guys sent me, kidnappings and all that shit. We'll look at some of those right now, right? Some kidnappings, right? Some kidnappings. That sounds gacho. So this was sent to me. So another thing that's happening, and unfortunately it's sad to say, but it's the raza that's doing this. The raza, I mean, can you blame them or not? I'll leave that up to you. You know, everyone's hustling. Everyone's trying to make $1 out of 15 cents at the end of the day. But this is taking it a little bit too far. Now that, you know, there's a lot of IG activists and a lot of people out there just putting out things, right? People are kind of seeing, well, wait a second. Podemos aprovechar. We could take advantage of this shit too. So there was a press conference that was done. Okay. Now let's get into it. It says Mexican national fake kidnapping by ICE to solicit donations. Holy shit. There was a press conference that a family did. Okay. Again, if you don't know the better, shit looks real. And because some people, not everybody, is sharing the dark, the dreary, the scary, the fear. And I've been talking about fear mongering for months, but I'm letting that go. Okay. People are just going to do what they do. What you do is what you attract. I think I've said that from day one. So if you want to attract fear, put fear out. If you want to attract kidnappings, put kidnappings out. If you want to attract fucking your world is falling apart, then put that out, right? But they had a press conference as my mother is missing, my mother is missing, my mother is missing. And then they put the photo out. It looked like a mugshot of the mother. Come to find out, the mom is not missing. Come to find out, the mom's in Bakersfield. They ended up finding her and getting a hold of her in Bakersfield, and they scammed the raza out of money. And again, this is raza that's doing it. Not to make us look the better. There ain't no fucking raza that's completely criminal free, that's corruption free, that's ghetto free. None of that shit, right? All the razas, right? Don't get that twisted. But let's listen to the audio, all right? Let's see what the story's about, okay?
This hour, the Department of Justice has filed criminal charges against a South LA woman saying she staged a fake immigration kidnapping. Yuriana Julie Calderon is facing charges of conspiracy and making false statements to federal officers. Last month, the local activist said she was taken from a South LA parking lot by so-called bounty hunters and into federal custody. She also claimed she was held at a facility near the border where she was urged to self-deport. Homeland Security called this case a hoax and say they found her on July 5th at a shopping center in Bakersfield. They also say phone records and surveillance video proves her story is not true. She is currently in custody, awaiting her first court appearance.
All right, so I'm going to give this over to the Razas Court, man. Let's see what the people say. Estilo Delfino, I see you, my boy. Death Row, I appreciate you, man. Truth Media. I want to see what the people say about this because, again, they're spinning off of the deportations, right? Which I have been adamant about since day number one. I don't agree. Just because I voted for the president that's in there right now. Well, fuck, what other option do we have? A chick that got fucking in the office by sucking D? That's the other option. A chick that got in the office on her knees, sleeping with the, oh man, fuck. But anyways, the lesser of the two evils, that's all we got with, right? Or else you don't vote or whatever. But anyways, I've been adamant about that. No, I don't agree. I don't agree with people not having their day in court when it comes to immigration that have been here 20, 30 years, man. They have roots in the community, are taxpayers, etc. Matter of fact, I've said this since day one. I want DACA to finally get amnesty and just get it done. Because if that president was going to do something with DACA, he would have did it. He had 8 years to do it. If the last president was going to do something with DACA, he would have did it. They had 4 years to do it, and they controlled the whole Congress. And they didn't do it. But now I realize it's two wings of the same pinche pájaro. So we're going to look out for Brown. That's number one. But now these stories are coming out now. They're faking the kidnappings because people are quick to donate money because it's an emotional kind of pinche pedo, right? Oh my gosh, the mom is missing. Oh my gosh. And then, the memes come out. Kidnapped. Bounty hunters. Disappeared. They can't find her in jail. She disappeared. They're kidnapping them. $1,000 for every undocumented person. Whatever, right? She's at the border. And guess where she was the whole time? They did a press conference. Look at the press conference. Guess where she was the whole time? Shopping. Shopping with all that feria that people sent her. What do we think of people that exploit the raza? What do you think of people that exploit the raza? Chale Street. I say Chale Street with this ruca that exploited the raza, hard-earned money. All right, let's go. Let's go. Well, might as well get into some immigration then. Here we go with this youngster that looks like Mario Lopez, right? That's not Mario Lopez, so just put that out there, okay? I actually like Mario Lopez's opening line when he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Mario Lopez actually said, not bad for a Chicano from Chula Vista. Que hubo. But this is not Mario Lopez, but now they're looking for a suspect, right? This suspect, you can't see it in the photo, but it's blurred out. He pulled out a burner. He pulled out a burner, okay? He took it this far, had nothing to do, probably just got on Instagram and saw how people are calling for people, right? Hey, it's happening right now at the Walmart in Escondido. I need everyone to go out there. These are kind of common posts on Instagram. You see that thing, right? So really, what they're doing is they're telling people go and catch a case, right? I mean, at the end of the day, right? You can go and protest and be there, but when you want to grab an officer, fucking throw a rock at him, or in this situation, pew pew him at them, that is not a joke. Okay, so this youngster is smiling. He looks kind of soft, kind of like he ain't been through nothing and shit. And he ain't got he got the time to go out there in the middle of the day. So he was probably just lounging around, watching Instagram, scrolling Instagram all day. But in the midst of the chaos, this is what happened. They got the youngster in 4K.
Happened this afternoon. It was a really chaotic scene at the time. A lot of smoke was being launched at the protesters. And again, it appears a protester fired back with that weapon. It looks like he fired at least a couple of times. We have not heard about any agents being hurt. It appears a protester fired some kind of gun at federal agents. This happened this afternoon. It was a really chaotic scene at the time. A lot of smoke was being launched at the protesters. And again, it appears a protester fired back with that weapon. It looks like he fired at least a couple of times. We have not heard about any agents being hurt.
Okay, let's talk about this. This is a trip, man. Let's talk about this right here. I'm gonna take that comment off. Appreciate you, cabrón. This is what happened in Camarillo. Now, I know there's a lot of stories, and you don't have to take me at face value. Go and research it yourself, cabrón, and shit. Or at least be lazy. At least use Chat GPT. To get your information right. So, basically what happened in Camarillo, and I got other clippings of it I'll probably show right now, but basically in a nutshell is federal investigators went over to Camarillo, of course, ICE, DHS, Homeland Security, all those people I'm talking about, right? They went over to Camarillo and got an order, a warrant signed off by a judge because they're investigating a child labor camp. Okay. I know it might not be like, what the fuck? I didn't hear that, Mikey. That's what happened. It was a child labor camp, and they went there, and I'm sure, people on IG said, hey, Camarillo, go and get them, right? They're calling people out there, right? Go and back up La Raza at Camarillo. So there, next thing you know, boom, there was a Raza wall right there, and it's becoming a pattern. I think we're going to see this for the next 3 years, right? It's just, people are just, like Junior, they want to fucking, get 90 days and 180 days. And the only thing I don't recommend, and this is to the undocumented raza, is don't go out there if you're undocumented. Please don't. You're just going to tempt the fucking devil. Okay. Please don't be that stupid, even though a lot of these activists are telling people to fucking fight and confront the cops. And that's really what I think is happening right here. If you want to have a shoot off with the cops, I'm like, fuck, why did you wait for immigration? You know what I mean? You should have just fucking went to the PD station and fucking went postal. Why wait for now? Get your money. Get your money and get it right? So this was an investigation into a child labor camp. Okay. Are we okay as a raza with children getting exploited? I'll hold. Again, I'll ask the raza this because some of these issues, again, the internet wants to make issues supersede more important issues, and they don't. I get it. People are going to get deported because maybe there's 10%, 15% of the farm workers there in Camarillo. I don't know. I know over 90% in Monterey County farm workers are documented, and I know over 90% of the farm workers, or close to 100, did not participate in any kind of strike these last 3 days. I was actually going to do some videos. I have a couple properties that are mostly farm workers, and one of them has a clubhouse, and there's always like 20 or 30 in there. They love going in there because it's a free kitchen. They use it for their little parties. I just tell them to clean up, and they do respectfully. They're very clean. They're very respectful, or else I'll shut that fucking door down, lock it, and they'll never use it again, right? I asked them, right? And when I asked them, what I'm going to tell you guys, I was actually going to do some interviews, but I'm like, I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be a dick and put out and just start jabbing at people back and forth. But I asked them, hey, did you participate in the strike? Did you hear about the strike? More than half of them didn't even hear about the strike because they don't give a shit about social media. More than half of them, right? They're Spanish speakers, right? And the ones that did hear about the strike, they're like, "Estás pendejo, güey." They told me some shit like that, güey. You ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe it. Dijeron, "Estás pendejo, güey. Tenemos que trabajar, güey. Tenemos biles. And plus 3 days is not gonna do nothing." But again, there was at least, I want to say it was less than 24 children that were from the ages of 10 to 15 that were taken from this camp. Now, of course, there's other arrests. Of course, there's going to be other arrests, right? For anyone that's undocumented, they get snatched up and stuff like that, right? But let's not overlook the fact that that's a wrong thing, man. That's a wrong thing. Now, I know people are going to say, fuck that, Mikey, la raza, and immigration, deportations. Check this out, man. What about those children? What about the children? Say maybe some of them were okay with that situation, but what about the ones that weren't okay with that situation? What if some of the children that got rescued from that situation what's more important? A child got rescued from being in a forced labor camp, doing labor that they don't want to do. Is that more important, that the child gets to be a normal child, go to school, and grow up functioning and normal and stable? Or is it more important that undocumented people didn't get arrested? What's more important? I want to ask that to the people. What do you think is more important? To me, it's a simple question. It's a simple answer. Adults choose their life already, their path. They make their choices. They make their bed. They lay in it. A child has not. Unfortunately, a lot of children are in situations that they did not want to be in, but they're forced to be in those situations. Those 20 kids that got saved, to me, hopefully they're able to stabilize them, give them resources, give them fucking therapy if they need therapy, counseling if they need counseling. But to me, that is 100% more important than anyone getting arrested that may have been fucking arrested 5 times. They'll throw him over the border. He'll be back next week. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck, right? Keeping it a buck, right? Now, again, the gaslighting of social media, everyone get out there. These are the people that are picking the nation's produce. I get it. But guess what? Those people were actually picking the nation's marijuana. I'm not saying that's bad. It's legal now. The memes that said they're going after people in this Camarillo incident is what I'm talking about. Just this Camarillo incident. The people that said they're going after the people that picked the nation's produce, they're picking buds. They're picking Yesca. So I'm not saying that's a reason to throw them out, but you know what I mean. The fucking propaganda is real. The propaganda is a machine, and it's real. Enough of that. Let's go. All right. Here it is. Okay. That's right, Truth Media. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. He says, I find that hard to believe. I mean, it is what it is. We don't know absolutely the truth at all. I can never be 100% certain myself either, even if I find it from 3 sources, Truth Media, if that was the case. I mean, but you want to, right? You want to believe what's coming from these fucking federal agencies, these departments that a lot of people look up to. A lot of people share the shit from all these agencies and shit like that. I mean, but at the end of the day, I don't know exactly what the truth is. You're right about that, cabron. Let me see. Hold on. We're going to go too far up, man. American Cholo clip. I'm going to play that American Cholo. He's está dando pinche vuelo el American Cholo, man. Well, this is coming out of You Ain't Hard Fool. It is saying right here, let's go ahead and react to it. It says the Department of Homeland Security is facing backlash for trolling undocumented immigrants to be more like movie alien E.T. It says illegal aliens take a page from E.T. and phone home. This reminds me of Salinas PD also got a little bit under fire from social media. It's just the internet, not reality, but from fucking the comments, right? 10,000 comments, right? People think 10,000 comments is reality, but 100,000 comments is not reality. It's just 100,000 comments from strangers. That's all it is, right? But Salinas PD got some backlash here. And let me take this off. Salinas PD got some backlash here because whoever was running their social media was kind of joking around too. You know what I mean? Gang members, this, and it was not a good day for this dude. And and they do some bullshit, some funny shit like that. And they got a little bit of backlash for the similar things, right? Now, so this is the Department of Homeland Security, and they are trolling arrests from undocumented people on another level. And here it is. This is a government agency, okay? I don't know. This is fucking too much, man. It says Homeland Security. It says illegal aliens. Take a page from ET and phone home. If you are here illegally, leave now. This is what they're saying. The easy way, using the CBP home map. You will receive travel assistance and a stipend to return to your home country. I think they're giving them like, was it $500 or $1,000? I want to say that's what they're saying. And the country of Mexico too. I think they're giving them to receive them back if they volunteer or something like that, right? About $500 or $1,000, right? But I want to see what the people say. Is this too gacho of a troll? Is this offend the raza? Is this crossing the line from a government agency that's supposed to be a prestigious office, or say people that should be at the highest ethical, moral, principle values, but now they're trolling? Or is it just the internet? Who gives a shit? And it's the internet. I kind of want to see what the people say about this, man. Is this crossing the line, or is this even igniting fires? Is this putting more lighter fluid on la chingadera than it already is? I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to the people. I appreciate you. Everlasting Base. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. That's right. Simpler Time says Camarillo. Yeah, Camarillo is in the 805. I know that. It's right down the coast. Actually, 805 and the 831 were neighbors way. I don't know if you knew that. We're neighbors. The 831, my area code, we're right on top of the 805, right? Shout out to Cholo Juan. Right on top of the 805. So both us, 831 and 805, are both known as the Central Coast. It all says on all the fucking channels and all the local channels in our networks, we're the Central Coast, the Central Coast. A lot of my partners from back in the 90s got Central Coast blasted on them, especially the Crips, almost the 372s here, the East Siders, they got Central Coast blasted on them. So, yeah, so we pretty much have the same weather, bro. We have a little bit more farming than they do. But they have a lot of farms over there también. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. Fucking Homeland Security trolling, all right? Hit that like, man. All right, what's next? Let me see what I'm talking about. Oh, damn. This was gacho fucking sauce, man. Shit, man. Hit that like, man. Zapata Vive says the government's never been moral. It's crazy, bro. I mean, once you know that they've finger pick what they want you to learn about the history, and they cherry pick that shit, and they left out some of the most gacho history here, then you kind of know, oh, these motherfuckers right here. It just, I don't trust them. I mean, believing the government, I seen a meme that said this, believing the government is like believing that the stripper likes you. All right, so here we go. So this is coming out of Jalisco, Guadalajara, Jalisco. This was another unfortunate situation. This is coming out from Noticias Telemundo, man. It says right here, lo que se sabe de la joven mexicana asesinada a sangre fría por un hombre. Basically, it says this is regarding a young lady that was unalived in cold blood by a man. Here it is right here. So let me give some backstory on this, and then we're going to play the clip. But the clip is in Spanish, so if you don't know Spanish, it is what it is. I will translate the clip for my English speakers. But let me go ahead and set this up, man. I was shocked to see this because I was like, whoa, wait a second, right? You know, this is why fucking Latinas, cuidado con las Latinas, man. Cuidado con las Chicanas, man, because they have more balls than a lot of dudes, man. serio. Well, I don't want to say ball. Let's call them what Jenny Rivera says, ovarios, right? Ovaries, right? They got more ovaries than a lot of dudes, man. So this young girl was, you can hear the audio on another video that I saw. This dude pulled up and she goes, vete a la verga, vete a la chingada, chinga tu madre, ve a chingar tu madre. She did not give a fuck about this dude. And when he was like, okay, whatever, then she came outside and this happened. Okay, so I want to give some backstory. The dude pulled up, looked like a boyfriend or whatever. She said, vete a chingar tu madre, me vale madre. She had an attitude just like a Chicana. Actually, I take that back. She didn't have an attitude like a Chicana. She had an attitude like a Mexicana, right? Because she's from the regional scene of Mexico, right? So she's Mexican, right? Chicanos and all that shit, it's a whole different world to them. They respect us, but it's a whole different world, right? So anyways, here we go. Let's play the clip and I'll translate it.
La mujer golpea el vehículo
She's
con una
hitting the
escoba
car.
mientras discute con el hombre en la calle. Ella le grita
She
que
keeps
saque
hitting the
su
car.
arma, al parecer una AR-15, ilegal en México. El hombre
He pulls out an
dispara,
AR-15.
primero al aire.
He
Al segundo
shoots
disparo, la mata.
in the
El
ground.
feminicidio quedó grabado
first.
por las cámaras de seguridad de una casa en la colonia Balcones de Oblatos, en Guadalajara, Jalisco. La víctima se llama Carla, tenía 28 años. Su padre aseguró que
21-year-old
estaban en
Carla.
una reunión familiar y salieron tras oír las detonaciones.
Esta persona llegó, le habló y no sé si empezarían a discutir o se enojarían por algo.
They
Ya
started
nomás cuando
talking.
sucedió las
They got
detonaciones,
into
pues
an
bajé
argument.
rápido, pero no, ya no podía hacer nada.
También dijo que
I heard the
Carla tenía
gunshots,
una
came
hija
out, I
de
couldn't do
12
nothing.
años y que el agresor era un conocido.
Te digo, que yo sepa, te digo, no, o sea, nunca fue su pareja. Yo sabía que eran amigas y eso.
Es terrible lo que sucedió.
Las autoridades de Jalisco informaron que están integrando este video a la investigación y que ya hallaron la camioneta
They
del
found the
agresor.
car.
Di
They're
la
looking for the
indicación
dude.
para buscar, ahora sí que por cielo, mar y tierra,
This is,
feminicida.
Desde Palacio
Jalisco
Nacional, la
Police Chief.
presidenta Claudia Sheinbaum se refirió a este feminicidio
The
y
president
aseguró que su
denounced the
gabinete de
act.
seguridad va a cooperar con las autoridades de Jalisco.
And they're gonna cooperate with it. So, anyways, look at the video one more time, gente. This is crazy. This is unfortunately, rest in peace over to the 21-year-old. When this happens in Mexico and someone passes away, they bury him like the next day. They don't wait. They don't fuck around. They bury him the next day. You gotta have the money like the next day or the same day. If you don't have the money, they'll cremate you and give you ashes and give you to the people. But so they've already probably laid her to rest. But this is what caught my eye. Okay. She doesn't give a fuck about the dude. She goes ape shit. She starts banging the dude's car left and right. Bam, bam. That's already like 6 hits, all kinds of dents. She keeps hitting it. Now he pulls out a gun. He shoots down and she doesn't give a fuck. She does not care that a dude in front of her pulled out an AR-15 and shot it off. About 6 feet in front of her. Her spider sense didn't even go off. What's going off in front of her is that I already sense her energy. Her energy toward this dude is that you're a bitch. Yeah, come on now. Come on, man. Look at the energy. She's unfazed by an AR-15. Okay? Now, this is just a warning to the ladies. This is a situation that you don't want to be inside of. You got to navigate the hell away from a situation like this. You hit the dude's car. Nothing is deserving of violence. I get it. They key cars. Not only women. Men do that shit too. Well, chavalas, but key cars, flattened tires. I get that, right? But when the dude pulls out an AR-15, shoots it, and you still want to walk up to him to show you got more balls than him, is not a good idea. Is not a good idea. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Look, she don't give a she's still going at the dude. Now, what's crazy is that I just thought about it right now. Could this guy, when they catch him, have action in court or not? I don't know. She's going all out. She don't give a shit. I got more balls than you. What are you going to do with that pussy gun? I'm going to shove it up your ass. That's probably what she thought. What are you going to do with that? Oh, like Debo said, what are you going to do with that besides make me mad? Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Let's go ahead and trip on some of the comments, man. I'll trip on some of the comments. 831-240-4328. If you got anything to say, you can go ahead and say it with your chest. Commercials playing on the radio. Which one is that, Miss Gangster Piggy? I haven't heard of that. The commercials playing on the radio? A ver. Is the chat on or what? Oh, yeah, it is. I haven't heard any commercials playing on the radio. You know, what's crazy is, what's crazy, Miss Gangster Piggy? People are protesting and they're flying Mexican flags, and I get it. I love Mexico. It's my country as well, también, right? I love it. I go a lot to Mexico. But what's crazy? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Is that Mexico? People do not want to admit that Mexico is also has the same problems that the United States have, but maybe even worse. I'm going to play a clip right now, Miss Gangsta Piggy. I'm going to play a clip right now of what gets said in Mexican novelas so the people can get a very clear picture that it's not just happening in the United States, but it's happening in Mexico. Now, you got to understand Spanish to hear this, but let's go ahead and play it. Again, this is not knocking Mexico. This is the real. Let's go.
Presenta Paul, mi novio.
Mucho gusto.
Pero, ¿qué broma es esta?
Ninguna, ma. Les dije que les iba a presentar a mi novio y es Paul.
Eso es negro. No tiene que ver nada con nuestra raza.
Mamá, papá, les presento a Paul, mi novio.
Mucho gusto.
Pero, ¿qué broma es esta?
Last time.
Ninguna, ma. Les dije que les iba a presentar a mi novio y es Paul.
Eso es negro. No tiene que ver nada con nuestra raza.
Mamá, papá, les presento a Paul, mi novio.
Again, just because people don't want to believe that Mexico también hace las mismas chingaderas that the United States does, but a little bit more out there. Again, I'm not knocking the country. A lot of people tend to go up north for the same reason, just a little bit more opportunity, right? A little bit more opportunity, but that's some crazy shit, man. That happens in all the novelas. All the novelas. Mexico is different. Flying Mexican flags, but I get it. You want to be on the United States. You should be flying the Chicano flag, man. You should be flying this fucking flag right here. This is the Chicano flag right here, okay? This has the best of both worlds. That's what you should be flying, but it's all to the good, man. All right, let's get back to it, man. All right, let's get back to it. All right. Appreciate you. Let's see. What else we're going to get into, man? Do me a favor then. Just hit that like, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I've been grinding all day. It's been so busy. I went to the Bay Area 4 times last week. 4 times. On top of that, I went to Bel Air, man. That's crazy. Well,
Message was not about violence. It was about regular people, us, claiming ownership of our streets in a time of great distress and asking others, who I mentioned in my video, in organizing and protesting against the harm and violence being inflicted on our community.
In a now deleted TikTok post, Gonzalez asked 2 well-known gangs to take to the streets and confront ICE agents. She went on to apologize to the city's staff and the community about the, quote, unnecessary attention to our city.
Message was not about violence. It was about regular people, us, claiming ownership of our streets in a time of great distress and asking others, who I mentioned in my video, in organizing and protesting against the harm and violence being inflicted on our community.
This is why I like the internet, man. I love YouTube, man. This shit is fucking. Asking others. Is that who you asked? Or did you ask 18th Street? Again, all due respect. All due respect. Shout out to 18th Street. Asking others. Did you ask others or did you ask Florencia? Shout out to Baldacci. Again, no disrespect, right? So this is the cleanup statement of the year, gente. The cleanup statement of the year from someone that looked like she was at an event. Probably the cocktails caught up to her, a little bit too much to drink. And now all of a sudden, the ghetto came out of her. The ghetto. Ghetto fabulous, right? Hell no. Ghetto fabulous came out of her. So she's trying to clean it up. Again, the internet has ADHD. It'll forget about your fucking little viral moment in a week or two, right? Obviously, there was no punishment given the vice mayor. That's a bad example, in my opinion. These are publicly elected officials that are meant to represent the people. Do we want someone that's going to be compromised, ghetto, the hood, comes out in pictures, fucking comes out in a hood vlog? Do we want that kind of official representing us? No. It looks like a joke, man. It looks like someone that didn't grow up. It just looks totally outside of the office of a vice mayor of a city. So anyways, let's hear her cleanup statement one more time and then move on. She's ghetto fabulous, Cynthia Gonzalez.
Organizing and protesting against the harm and violence being inflicted on our community.
In a now deleted TikTok post, Gonzalez asked two well-known gangs to take to the streets and confront ICE agents. She went on to apologize to the city's staff and the community about the, quote, unnecessary attention to our
Ghetto fabulous Cynthia Gonzalez. She's not the only one, but there's people that are also putting other people in harm's way. These are Instagrammers, TikTokers that are saying, look, the fucking ICE is over here. All the raza go and fight them and burn them and tip their cars over and all that other shit. Well, there's going to be a lot of arrests. And then when the arrests happen, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Let them go in there where it's super active. Hey, where are you from, homie? What are you in here for? Oh, man, fuck Homeland Security. I got this ICE agent. Is that right? Okay, well, fucking 100 burpees in the morning. You already know that, right? And let me break you down about the reglas, okay? And it's maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they're residents. Most of them might be residents, right? I doubt they're going to be gang members that are confronting, but more and more people are doing that, right? They're not going themselves, but they're throwing other people in the way. Hey, vete, dale gas, man. I think this vice mayor of Cudahy, California should be ashamed of herself. I think that cleanup statement was an embarrassment. I think they're downplaying that. And that whole region over there needs to do an audit or a review of that entire fucking panel. Because then you had another city councilwoman named Padilla talking about why aren't you letting us know when there's warrants coming for people? That fucking is way out of the pocket. I mean, way out of the pocket. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But I get it. Hey, do it, man. Do what you do with conviction. But make sure when you do it, go all the way. Do it right. Like Junior. We're going to talk about Junior in a little bit, right? He went all the way. He did it right. Oh, damn. Let me see. Are we going to talk about Epstein? No. Oh, damn it.
And now an update on Alex Amado. You see, he's still sitting in the county jail, and he's now pushed back his court date because they're saying that he's trying to dodge any sort of prison time. Meanwhile, he's now racked up all the money that he was asking for, but he still has a public defender. So we have all of the details to tell you in this video. Alex Amado has been incarcerated since December of 2023, and his team was asking for $18,000. But they've now raised up that amount, $18.6K. Apparently that money right there was going to cover legal fees, court expenses, and resources necessary to fight this unjust imprisonment.
They chose a specific public defender to take over the case because they feel really confident with this new public defender that, he's going to actually do something.
That's right. Even though they now have the money, they still don't want to hire a private attorney. Instead, they're sticking with a public defender. And that's why now the people have a bunch of questions asking, where is this money really going? That's why they asked his wife, why is he getting a public defender? Hasn't he received enough donations to opt out of this option? But she said he was assigned a public defender in the meantime while we look for the right lawyer to represent him. And according to this person right here, Alex's public defender is now claiming that he has a mental health condition and plans to request a mental health diversion. Chat, we'll just see what happens from here though. Is it free Alex Enamorado or keep Alex Enamorado? Let me know, drop a comment. And now an update on
I am not for keep Alex Enamorado. I am not. I at the end of the day, I think he's pretty much at this point time served, paid his due when it came to, the few people that they got on camera, that they rustled up some people and rustled up some feathers. I mean, they ended up going to the mayor of, I forgot what city in San Bernardino County's house. And it was getting a little extreme. Okay. It was like he would whistle and the homies would come, right? It got a little extreme. I get it. Now, so I'm not for keep Alex Enamorado. I'm for free Alex Enamorado because if I have to be honest with you, he has more balls than a lot of you vatos out there. He has more balls in confronting what's right than a lot of people. He was the one doing it before it got popular to do it. He was doing it. Okay. So I'm not for keep him. But unfortunately with the situation and his immigration status, at the end of the day, it's going to result in a deportation, no matter what. That's how I see it. Is there any way that he can get out and get bail? I don't know. There has been people that have bailed out, completely bailed out of ICE custody. Yeah. The recent one was a dad of 3 Marines. This father got arrested. He had 3 Marine sons in the service. Okay, serving the country of the United States, 3 Marines. And I don't know how he got caught up, but he got arrested. He got caught up in a raid. Okay, so he got thrown into ICE custody, right? And of course, the media gaslights shit. And the media went to interview the sons and they asked them the most fucked up questions. I mean, fucked up, excuse my language, but imagine your fucking dad, he got arrested. He's pretty much facing going to the border and possibly not coming back at least for a very long time. Or it's a real situation where he might have to make his living now in whatever country he's from. I think they're Mexican, but not only Mexican. Mexicans aren't the only ones getting deported. Let's get that straight, right? Actually, it's less than 20% from what I've heard, but I don't know that to be true. They asked them some fucked up questions, the Marine sons. They asked them, well, how do you feel? The country, did they betray you and stab you in the back and all kinds of shit? And here they are with fucking all Army greened up or Marines and serving their country. That was fucked up. But anyways, going back to that, the dad got out. Jimena got out. Okay, remember Jimena from Georgia that they say ran a red light? I don't know, but she has no papers. She's in this country out with no papers. Yolanda, the little girl, Nayeli, I forgot her name. Araceli's mom, she has no papers. She got out. People can get out without having papers. If that's right or that's wrong, I'm not fucking here to argue that, man. You guys fucking argue that in the comments. If that's right, that's wrong. Deport them all. Don't deport them all. You guys go. Dale vuelo, güey. Right. Dale vuelo. But, hold on. My bad. I had a comment up there. If you want to give me a call, 831-240-4328. Okay. But Alex Enamorado, they're not letting him out, man. I think they're going to make an example of him. Because someone needs to be the example. And it's going to be Alex Enamorado. When he gets sentenced and all the content creators are going to talk about it, absolutely bet your bottom dollar that we're all going to be talking about it, right? it's going to be the precedents for anyone else that does the similar things. They're just going to base it on the case versus Eden, Alex, and Amorado. So he's been in custody a long time. Again, people want to talk about his past, and he got arrested for this and child endangerment and all that. And that doesn't pertain to the current situation. The current situation are different charges. And at the end of the day, I think he could be released into the United States with some crazy supervision, fucking cut off his social media. I mean, like some crazy stipulations, you know what I mean? To keep him inside the country, some crazy supervision, right? Like fucking high control parole or something, right? Well, he's not on parole, right? I don't think he's ever been to the pen. But anyways, I'm for free Alex Enamorado and free him in this country and just put some kind of supervision, you know, let him do some time, but you know, you could do up to 2 years, I think, in the county. I mean, Monterey County, you can, I don't know, Los Angeles County, maybe someone can comment, what's the max sentence they can give you in LA County? Maybe someone will fucking drop that. But I don't know. I'm just for like, well, let's talk about this, okay? Because this clip was actually talking about a money situation. And
now an update on Alex Amado. You see, he's still sitting in the county jail, and he's now pushed back his court date because they're saying that he's trying to dodge any sort of prison time. Meanwhile, he's now racked up all the money that he was asking for, but he still has a public defender. Shall we have all of the details to tell you in this video? Yeah. Alex Amado has been incarcerated since December.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing again, but I wanted to get back about the money situation. I'm not concerned about the money situation. I get it. I didn't donate. So if you donate, you have more rights than I do in the situation. But I did not donate. But, you know, dale gas, dale vuelo, right? But I believe on the GoFundMe, it said legal fees, resources, and to help the family. Okay, so the 10 grand or 18 grand, I forgot what it was. I think it's 10 grand. You guys donated to help him out. It's helping him out. It's helping Alex Enamorado out. So these allegations that the money is not helping him out, I don't think is valid, because whether it went toward the lawyer or it went to his girl, his family, his perro is helping him get by, it's tough. Especially when you live in LA, cost of living is a motherfucker out there, man. You guys over there, you got to be a millionaire. I mean, you got to be like earning 6 figures to live in LA. It's very, very costly. I know. I got a house. Well, Bel Air is different, right? These fucking houses in Bel Air are 8 digits. They're 8 digits. It's crazy. So free Alex Enamorado, man. Let's keep it pushing. Well, here we go. A lot of people don't le vale madre George Lopez. He's been around for a long time. A lot of people have accused George Lopez of not helping the raza at all. At all. I've heard that. I don't want to say names, but I've heard that from different people on different podcasts. So do I put any weight on what George Lopez says? Nah, absolutely not. He's another celebrity. He's another J-Lo telling us what to do, what to vote for, and then they go back to their posh mansions behind their highly secured gates with security and bodyguards. So I don't put too much on what these celebrities think, because a lot of these celebrities are detached from reality. The reality of the common man, the reality of the middle class, the reality of the barrios and the neighborhoods and all the fucking struggles that we got to go through. I'm not saying they didn't grow up in that, but they're detached from where they're at now to that. And I'm not the only one saying it. There's a lot of cabrones that said George Lopez hasn't lifted a finger for la raza. So here's George Lopez responding to the LA Dodgers blocking him for his criticism on the team. Now, I think it plays a song. I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to play that song. It's a Shoreline Mafia song. But here's George Lopez's post, and I want to see what the people think about it, man. Keep George Lopez or mandarlo por un tubo. I want to see what the people say. George Lopez said this after the Dodgers blocked him. Maybe since the Dodgers have stayed silent on the issue of the treatment and enforcement of ICE on the Latino community, maybe at the next Fan Fest or homestand, they can have ICE agents. I like this YouTube thing. I never said George Lopez wasn't funny, gente. I fucking never said that shit, okay? But let's keep going. Maybe at the next Fan Fest, LA Dodger Fan Fest, órale, go Dodgers, right? Oh, go Giants, pero tú sabes, man, all love. We beat you in game 1, cabrones, but you guys whooped us at the end. Maybe at the next Fan Fest or homestand, they can have ICE agents or these bounty hunters dress up as the visiting team, and during the 7th inning stretch, they can remove fans since their loyalty to the team means nothing to them, or throwing money at them with silence. By the way, the Dodgers block me on social media for my criticism of the team, so they'll take a stand on me, but not on the treatment of the families who called Chavez Ravine home before they decided to build a baseball stadium where they lived and where the families called home. Also, no comment from the owners. What's happening every day to the families of the people who are being treated like they don't belong? So what do you guys think about George Lopez doing this silly little dance? I can't play. If I play the song, the fucking stream will get knocked down, but it's a smoking, drinking, tucking, smoking, drinking, tucking, smoking, drinking. Oh, man, that's too much, man. Does George Lopez speak for you or not? Does George Lopez, on what his opinion is of the Los Angeles Dodgers, matter to you or not? Is this Chavez Ravine thing that was fucked up and happened in the 1950s? Let it go because you're a Dodger fan and got Dodger tickets and you're still going to see the game, and that's just some old internet bullshit, IG bullshit, or not? I want the people to chime in below and let me know what you think in 2025. Let's keep it pushing, man. Actually, I want to go to some comments. I saw some good ones. All right, let me see. Smoking, drinking, tucking. All right, let me see. Here we go. All right, he's confused. Let me see. Zapata Vive, that's right, my boy. Indigenous land, that's right, cabron. Hey, you know what? I'm all for that, cabron, as far as the indigenous land thing, and I get it, man. But what's crazy is almost saying we need to go back 100% to indigenous times and indigenous land is almost overlooking the fact that we do have Spanish blood, bro. We wouldn't even be here. The country of Mexico wouldn't even be founded if the fucking Spain didn't come. I mean, that's just my opinion, right? Spain didn't come, didn't do with it. So being proud of your indigenous blood, but refusing to acknowledge your Spanish blood, I think something's off on that. I don't think that's a fucking well-rounded approach to us being able to embrace who we really are now. Now, I'm with like Hector Jesus and all these modern day Chicanos. It's 2025. Yeah, the system is fucked up. But how are we going to fix it? Well, the only answer is uniting. But since the brown crabs want to come out and throw shit about politics and you need to be indigenous and deny your Spanish roots and this and that and this, you ain't Chicano, you ain't Mexican, I can take a fucking break for a year off YouTube, come back a year later, and we'll still find brown people fucking throwing fierrazos at other brown people. Nothing will be new, man. It's just in our blood, man. I think that tribalism runs deep inside of our pinche sangre, to be honest with you, man. It's that tribalism, man. All right. So again, with the indigenous thing, I get it. Indigenous land. Well, what's the solution, bro? Because a lot of people say, well, it was stolen. It's not stolen. It was paid for. It wasn't paid for. It was taken. What's the outcome? Because I'll tell you what, man, if California, New Mexico, and all that was not part of the Union of the United States, and let's say it was Mexico, right? Let's say it was Mexico, right? If California, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona was Mexico, right? I think it would look like the coast of California. I think would look like Rosarito. Beautiful, man. Beautiful beaches. Matter of fact, we're just talking about a trip. Me and the wifey next month to Rosarito. I think California would look like Rosarito. Now, but But here's the thing. Beautiful villas, beautiful haciendas off the ocean, all that beautiful shit, right? Absolutely, right? I'm for it. I'm with it. But that wouldn't change the fact that if Mexico did not create a middle class and make the economy something prosperous, people would be leaving that 30% if it still belonged to Mexico and going to the United States. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense or not. Maybe it went over some people's head. But anyways, let's go. Smoking, drinking, tucking. Oh, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, let's go. Come on. I saw something crazy, bro. All right, it's time to talk about Junior. Let's talk about Junior. So this is an influencer that is, we're in the age of influencers now. Is that, anyone that just has a little bit of pegue, right? I think the X factor for influencers, in order for them to be catchy and people follow them, is the authenticity. Not giving a fuck, not giving a shit. You can love me or hate me. It doesn't fucking move me. And being real. I think that's what makes them, something. You have to have a dynamic. You ain't just going to get 1 million followers if you're fucking lame, right? Or whatever. So this dude, Junior, is an influencer, and he got caught in 4K. Throwing gigantic piece of concrete at federal officers, right? So this guy is if you go to his bio, he calls himself a fashionista, right? So this guy's a fashionista. Now, Chicana Smiles, that's on Hoodstocks. I'm going to watch that after. I'm going to watch her newest interview on Hoodstocks after. Has a problem with the way this influencer is dressed. She has a problem. Now, La Sleepy, shout out to La Sleepy 818, said, he's a good kid. Leave him alone. But that was just the motherly instinct, right, of her protecting Junior, even though no es su hijo, but, just being the mother, right? You're like, oh, man, leave him alone. He's a good kid, right? A lot of us that came through the trenches and the concrete jungles of the barrios that used to dress like that have a PTSD on that shit. We have some mild fucking level of PTSD because every time I saw someone dress just like Fashionista Junior, I guess let's call him Fashionista Junior. Anytime I saw something like that, it was on. That wasn't just an outfit that you buy at Work World. It was a uniform attracting all the smoke in the world. You wanted the smoke because you wanted to be the man. But I guess now people are wearing it and it's an outfit. I'm like, it's 2025. I don't want no fucking no bullshit anyways around me or my family. So you guys do what you guys want to do with these outfits, man. Okay, there was a time and a period where that meant something. Now, he has the 54s and they're all creased up and he's wearing the same tank top I am right now, probably. But he is in custody because of what he did. Let me go ahead and find the clip. I think it's, and then we're going to talk about 44 Vato because you got caught in 4K también, way. Damn, 44 Vato. We got you in fake news, cabron. Where's this guy, Junior, man? Oh, I went too far. I thought I had him chucking la piedra away. Is it too far? Let me see. Junior. Where you at, Junior? Alligator Alcatraz. I'll talk about that right now. 44 Vato getting busted. We're definitely going to talk about that right now. And you're trying to play it off. Cálmate, man. Cálmate, cabrón. Oh, here it is. Okay. Well, anyways, shout out to the food community, man. They got one of the most popping podcasts right now. It's called All Facts Podcast. Shout out to Top Food. Shout out to Prime. Shout out to Compa Raider. It's really a popping podcast, man. It's the entertainment factor is there. It's more of just the cheeseman, right? Which we're going to talk about some cheeseman tonight, man. We're going to end it probably on the cheeseman, right? But right now, more substantial shit. Popular TikToker coming from food community. Junior recently got arrested on unknown charges. Well, now the charges are known. He chucked a large piece of concrete at federal officers, and they got him winding up and throwing that pedrada. Now, check this out, man. At the end of the day, it's right, it's wrong, and fuck it, and fuck the police, and you guys can say what you want. It's all good, and no one's blocked here. Everyone can say what they want in the comment section. Don't block nobody, especially if you have a wrench. Fuck it, leave them. We all got thick skin. It's freedom of speech right here. That cinder block piece of concrete that he launched could have unalived someone, could have left someone in a coma, ICU. It could have been a little fucking 5-year-old girl that could have got that cinder block upside her head. Who knows, right? Now this TikToker is allegedly, they're saying he's probably PC'd up, PC mainline. That's all that cholo shit. I get it. It's in California. Other people won't understand it, but I do get it. Okay, I did what I did, right? Members only know. I think he's only going to do about 90 to 180 days, but I blame the influencers that are saying, go and get him. Wherever they find out ISIS over here, go and get him. Again, this is my opinion. Go and get him. It's going to lead to more people getting arrested. You think you're going to stop them from getting who they want? They're going to get who they want, man. You're causing unwanted people to get arrested, and you're causing unwanted people to get hurt. What about the man that fell off the building? What about that? During the Camarillo raid, there was a man who fled from police, right? Jumped up, went up a building, and then either jumped or fell off the building. I don't know what happened. Now, as far as my court experience tells me, which is que gacho, but my court experience tells me they're not going to have a case against the federal officers on the man that passed away because no one pushed him, no one touched him, no one did anything to him to inflict the fatal fucking injuries that happened to him. So I think with that, and I'm just being real, I got to keep it a fucking buck with you guys, man. I don't think they're gonna have a case against federal officers because he lost his life, again, because of those circumstances. But I go back and blame the influencers that are saying, go get him. Go and get him. Now Junior's locked up. Go and get him. Another youngster pulls out a pinche fusca. Pa, 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 pa. People might not see that. People might see those posts as, we're helping la raza. We're helping la raza. More people are getting arrested. More and more people are losing their lives. More and more people are getting injured. I blame the influencers. Yeah, let's keep it a buck, man. These influencers that are over, a lot of, not everybody, a lot of them don't want to unite for the common good, which is immigration reformation. They don't want to unite. They want to do sexy reels and do this and do that. Well, fuck that. I'm not going to unite with him because of this, or fuck that. And at the end of the day, it's the people that lose, man. Our voices can't make an impact because we're fighting against each other. I said this a while ago. I don't give a shit who you voted for. I don't give a shit your philosophy, your ideologies. If you are an influencer, why aren't you going on social media saying, the only way to stop this thing is to unite? I'm calling on all the influencers to unite. Why don't you do that? I'll tell you why you don't do that. Your politics. 1, 2, you really don't give a shit. No, you don't. Wear your nice little shirts. Make your fucking little reels. Put all your fucking activism memes out on the internet. You really don't want to help La Raza. No, you don't. Because if you did, you would use your voice to reach out to the other most influential people and say, we need to have a town hall meeting now. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I don't want to get too hot, man. All right. ¿Qué más, man? Let me see. What in the world is this? Someone sent me this. What the fuck is this? A DACA recipient detained and sent to Alligator Alcatraz? Holy. A DACA recipient? Okay. I'm not sure what the story is about. You guys sent it to me. I'm just reading it. DACA recipient from Central Florida among first detainees at Alligator Alcatraz. We're going to talk about Alligator Alcatraz right now. Let's talk about 44 Vato in 4K, my boy. Oh, man, it's crazy. Hold on. I got you, cabrón. 44 Vato. He's a Chicano, man. He's out of Denver. Let me see. Did we go? Went too far back. Oh, my bad. There's Alligator Alcatraz. All right.
Literally selecting the biggest alligators one by one to put around the Alligator Alcatraz.
Isn't what it claims to be. This new immigrant detention center in Florida quickly got national attention ahead of its opening last week, especially around its nickname.
He calls it Alligator Alcatraz.
That was really meant as a joke, but a lot of people liked it.
When we came across this video getting millions of views, our team took a still frame and did a reverse image search. That brought up results of stories from over a year ago, around June 2024. And this exact video of an alligator actually being removed from a ditch in Texas. So no, this gator here isn't being taken to Florida's Alligator Alcatraz. Here's how we found out this viral video.
They're literally selecting the biggest alligators one by one.
YouTube is too good, man. It's too good. 44 Vato, you got caught in 4K, my boy. I know you're downplaying it. Fake news is, you said in your post, I believe these are your words, 44 Vato, the fake news literally is fucking saying fake news. I didn't know that you could do such a thing. You can grab a clip, reverse image search. I need to, I'm going to ask ChatGPT before I forget, because that's a really good tool. How do I do reverse image search on a video clip? That's a good little nugget right there, man. I like to always level up and handle business, man. Stay on top of my shit. As you can see, look at the set right here. Obviously, how it's going down. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, just look it up. It's 1, 2, 3 steps, and then you'll be able to find out. So 44 Vato, man, what do you got to say, cabron? I mean, it's fake news. I get it, man. I get it. And you're talking about fake news because they're the ones that were putting out shit that wasn't real, right? You know, they're Russia and golden showers with hookers and the dossier, and I get it, right? And it's 47 who's 45 and 47 that fucking dubbed them that, right? But they got you, cabron. You got to face the music on this one, my boy. You can't fucking... You ain't going to talk your way out of this one, cabron. So it's kind of bad. It's kind of like when a fighter gets caught on steroids, like Canelo Alvarez. Hello. People forget enchilada meat. But, and then the rest of their credibility gets shot out. So that was an alligator getting taken out of a Texas fucking ravine. And you said that they're handpicking the worstest alligators to go and have fucking carne asada with fucking chewing up people like beef jerky over there at Alligator Alcatraz, man. You got caught, my boy. You got caught. End of story. Let's go. I'm going to be too much on that one, man. That was crazy. Oh, shit. This was Gacho right here, man. You guys send me the craziest clips, man. Let's just deal with this and then let's move on, because this is really, really sad. You had a few dozen children and a few dozen adults completely washed away during a very tragic flooding situation in Texas. Daily Mail's reporting a few days ago when it happened. Heartbreaking footage shows girls at Camp Mystic enjoying their summer just days before the horrific flooding in Texas ravaged the area, killing at least 27 campers. This is very early on. The number is past 50 now. 27 campers and counselors. Tap the link for the full story. Look, gente, what pissed me off the most me the fuck off the most is that people had the balls to go in there and say they're white. That fuck, man. Whew, that pisses me off, bro. The reason that pisses me off, some people could be like, fuck that, Mikey, white supremacy. No, that's some other shit, man. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. It's not true. Obviously, minorities, we get it with fucking no grease when we go to the fucking courts and they stick enhancements on us. And I get it. The gavachos go off free a lot of times. I get all that shit, man. I've been through all that shit. I get it, man. I get it. But for someone, a tragedy, over 50 people, maybe even more than 60 that lost their lives. These are children. Imagine it was your child. That's all. That's all you got to do. That's how you simplify things. Imagine if it happened to you. That's the golden rule. The saddest thing is these fucking racist motherfuckers that were in the comments saying, well, fuck them because they voted for this. Huh? That's what we come to? I blame the brown crabs for that, man. I blame the brown crabs for that. You voted for this. You voted for that. Yeah. Well, you got to vote or else don't fucking vote. Well, you're going to have to vote for somebody. And I'm not going to fucking, I'm not going to vote for the chick that worked her way up the ladder giving BJs. Come on, man. Come on. Anyways, this is such a sad tragedy, man. My condolences, my prayers go out to the family of all the people that passed away. Not only children at Camp Mystic, but the adults that passed away at Camp Mystic, man. All of them, I send my condolences out to you guys. And this, it uncovered the real. It uncovered the fucking what people are really on, what kind of tip they're really on. You know, that's what the term toxic is. You should know when someone brings up skin color, that's toxicity level 10,000. What did Martin Luther King fucking die for then? He said, I don't look at the skin color of a man. And you're talking about a man that was oppressed. You're talking about a man that got beat downs, calentadas, nightsticks, attacks, dogs sicked on him, fucking gasoline thrown on him, hot water blown on him. This man that went through all of that, okay, a lot of people call him a martyr too. He lost his life. That's another story. But at the end of all that, he said, I don't base it on the color of their skin. I base every person on the content of the character. Let's move on, man. That's too much, man. It's going to fuck me up, man. Okay. What the? La raza, you guys are doing too much, man. The internet is too much, man. I mean, have you seen these memes where it's an attractive person and they say she got arrested for this, free her or keep her, and they want people to comment of her beauty on how attractive it is. So are attractive people just supposed to get away with shit or not? You guys are fucking crazy, man. It says, I really think these deportations should be looked at on a case-by-case basis. Oh, man. Enough, man. Por favor, man. Okay, whatever she did, I don't know what she did. Or maybe she got set up and they planted dope on her. I don't know nothing, man. But please, La Raza, with these mamada memes, don't stop them, man. Keep them coming, man. All right, man. We're almost wrapped up, man. I want to see what's going on over here. Oh, that's the Texas incident. Okay. This Vato from ICE, Pam Bondi. Okay, we already know she's another Barbie. Nothing but Barbies, huh? This is from the Camarillo incident. Someone sent me this. I get it, gente. I'm not saying that the governor, this is on him, but this is what the meme is shooting a shot at the governor, saying all these children, which I think there was at least 24 that got picked up in that. So that's gacho right there. But let's keep it pushing, man. What are we going to get to? We're going to end this on, what should we end it on? Shaq, Coke. What about American Cholo? Oh, my gosh, man.
There he is, guys. There he is. No. La policía, no. Porco. No. There he is, guys. There he is. Oh, no. La policía, no.
American Cholo, he's
No.
se está dando vuelo right here. This is a clip from American Cholo, man, and he's not showing any. He's loving this shit, man. He's eating this shit up, man. What happened over here? Well, you've got a tattoo artist that pretty much is started. He has a cult. He has a cult. Let's keep this a buck. Why does the tattoo artist have a cult? Because only in a cult where all the followers, everyone involved, anyone that's commenting, if you're commenting on that page, you're part of the cult. If you're watching that, please do me a favor. Don't fucking unsubscribe from me. Do it now, okay? Because we don't fuck with people that fuck with children. Literally. But American Cholos están dando vuelo over here because, again, this was this man right here we all know as Norby's. He got his fucking ass handed to him. Again, I don't think he knew all the levels of what he was doing. I've said this before already. I don't think he understood really the gravity of it. I think he went over there, that kind of shit. Andy Griffith's soundtrack, like Chemo's Flicks. Shout out to Chemo's Flicks, the general of the YouTube yarda. You better check in with Chemo's Flicks if you're going to bang on the internet because he's going to check your ass, right? So American Cholo se está dando vuelo with this thing. It really fucking is. Again, if American Cholo did what the tattoo artist did, the motherfucking internet would not stop since the new year talking about it. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. Now, I said that the tattoo artist has a cult. Absolutely, because only in a cult can the leader sleep with the child and you still are at their beck and calling. Yes, yes, Almighty, let me know. What do you want me to do? Only in a cult can the leader sleep with multiple women, do immoral things, and then everyone still go over to the cult. So if you're over there, subscribe, you're part of a cult. If you're dropping comments, I should just go to his page right now and fucking go and look at all the comments people are dropping. That's probably, let's fucking do that right now. Let's blast people. Let's blast people on the way out, all right? Here we go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's just fucking see it right now. Let's go, man. Let's see who's in the cult right now. Let's see who's in the cult. Because you motherfuckers are going to be like, oh, that's not me, Mikey. Okay, well, let's see who's in the fucking cult then, bro. Let's see who's in the fucking cult, bro. I ain't tripping. Let's go. Let's see who's in the cult. All right. We'll go over to the post. All right. Can't even go back. I gotta go back there. Can't even scroll. What happened? I can't scroll, cabrón. Okay, but anyways, all right. Let's switch it. Let's switch it back, man. Enough of that. That dude. And if you got a problem with that, well, just fucking pull up, bro. I'm gonna be in Southern California. Matter of fact, you got a problem with that? And September 13th, pull up. Pull up. Anyone got a problem? Just fucking pull up, man. Stop talking all that crazy shit, man. It is what it is, right? American Cholo was in the right because if that shit happened to American Cholo, you motherfuckers wouldn't even stop talking about it forever and a day. I mean, forever. So yeah, if you're subscribed over to the cult, just like Norby's, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but bro, you're fucking estás bien metido y bien lavado, güey. Because the dude literally stuck his dick in a child, bro. But I get it. You don't know the street shit. You don't care. I get it. You might not have friends. I get it, bro. But let's keep it pushing, man. All right. Did we wrap it up? Let me see. Did we talk about everything? What's this right here? What the hell is going on right here? Oh, Alligator Alcatraz. Nah, it's wrapped up. All right, let me go ahead and finish up on the comments, man. I'm done with that. We're done reacting. All right, here we go. All right. Denver May says, deport them all. He says, deport them all. Again, cabron, there's differing opinions. I'll let you guys have at it inside of there. It's obviously past the point where they're just going out the criminals. They're basically sweeping everyone, right? And again, I only had umbrage with and I don't know of anyone. I don't know of one single person in Monterey County, and I'm pretty connected with everyone. I know all the ranchers, all the ag owners, all the contractors that own all the land in Monterey County. Okay, so they haven't been out here. ICE has not been snatching people up in Monterey County. So deport them all is a position that, you know, it's cleaning up everyone, and it's nothing new. And every country has borders, and every country has immigration laws. So you guys do you, have at it, dale vuelo. We're Chicanos, we're here, and it's lovely. No, I'm not respecting that. That's right. Appreciate you. Boom. On your podcast. Didn't you have him on your podcast? Yeah, I did. Yeah, Norby's was on the podcast maybe about 3 or 4 times. And then when that shit happened, he even jumped on a town hall también as well. But at this point, you pretty much are in a cult, and anyone that comments over there, asks a question, gets involved is in a cult. Because again, the internet, you could be okay on the internet, bro. You could sleep with children and be popular on the internet, bro. You can R someone, come and be popular on the internet, bro. You could sniff bicycle seats, get caught, the article goes up, they make videos about you, and you could still be popular on the internet, bro. This internet is a fucking trip. So with Norby's, the only thing I told him in the beginning was, hey, be careful, bro. Be careful, because the heat was on and motherfuckers are looking for that dude. Now I'm like, it's just a straight up fucking cult. And that 4'11", I heard he's 4'11", 4'11", 150-pound dude that needs to wear white sweaters. He's an overgrown gang member. He's an embarrassment. No one should be fucking looking up unless you want your children to be like him. You want your child to grow up not raising his fucking own children? Talking about relationships. What do you mean relationships, cabron? What do you mean relationships? Kids all over the place and you don't raise them and you're talking about relationships? Nah, man. American Cholo said it right, bro. He's like the preacher preaching over the pulpit one thing and is in the corner of the church the next hour slamming dope, bro. So, again, Colt is 100% fucking fact, bro. It's a fact. But I don't give a shit, man. It doesn't move me or change me or nothing anyways, right? Operation Whiteback. Damn, man. What happened to my number spot, man? What happened to that cabron? Not fucking cool. That's right, man. Sounds like you're talking about Trump. No, I don't want to talk about Trump, bro. People get fucking pissed, bro, when I talk about Trump, man. What do you want me to say about the cabron, man? You want me to say, oh, I'm hanging off a cliff on a motherfucker? Fuck him. Fuck red. Fuck blue. We're talking about brown issues here. That's all we're talking about. Well, we got the general in the casa. That's right. Chemo's Flicks just stepped in the building. That's right. At the perfect time. He says it's sad. LA and the Sur are showing no class, not checking Marv. Man, that's a gotcha one, cabron. I'm not gonna put that on LA, but if it was Salas, bro, he wouldn't be here. There's been dudes that have been like I'll give you a story one time. One time I think I was 18, 19. I was in the county jail. I was an iPod. They green-lighted a dude for child endangerment, bro. Chemo. They green-lighted a dude in the county jail. I was 18, 19, for child endangerment, bro. He ended up breaking a child's arm. They greenlit this dude. They packed him out. They removed him. I ended up running into him later, about a couple months later. He got out. I ran into him at San Luis Reservoir and gave him another issue. Okay, because back then, again, your boy was on some different shit, right? That's breaking a child's arm. That's breaking a child's arm. How about R-ing? How about sleeping with a child? Only in a cult. Only in a cult. So if I said so, if what I said convicted you, first of all, you don't have to give a fuck about what I say. But think about what I say. If it was your daughter, would you be okay with a 40-year-old man doing that? I'll leave it at that. So if you want to go ahead and unfollow or fucking delete your comments or whatever. I almost put everyone on blast that was over there on the post, but maybe not, because maybe it's people don't see it from that way. Maybe they see it from a square point of view, or fuck it, man. He slept with a little girl. Fuck it. However, whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever floats your boat. I heard he's 4'11", 150 pounds soaking wet. If he wants any smoke, 913, come. Show me. And there was another chaval. I'm going to end it like this, too. There was another chavala. Someone sent me a clip, right? He was going after Top Fu. And this chavala, which there's actually fucking pictures of this dude with his birthday suit on the internet. And he doesn't realize why people think he's a weirdo. First of all, you're a weirdo because there's actually an active police investigation toward allegations toward you of misconduct. 1. 2, you're a weirdo. He mentioned my name, that fucking pussy, which you won't pull up. You want to call out Top Fu. You're a pussy. I mean, I'm not speaking for Top Fu, but you're a pussy because you call me out of my name. Why don't you pull up? You won't fucking pull up. You won't pull up one motherfucking second. You know who I'm talking to, pussy. You won't pull up. You said my name. You ain't shit. You know how I know you ain't shit? I got family in your city, which is Santa Rosa. I got familia from over there. I got super active cousins over there. One of them, the oldest one, just got out from doing 13. No one gives a fuck about you. Everyone knows you ain't shit. You're a fucking lame. You put on a wrestling mask to come on the internet and talk shit about other men. You ain't shit. I'll knock your ass out with one hand tied behind my back. You'd be the fucking easiest work on the internet. And I don't gotta yell and get all tough or flex or get all wound up about it. But you're a pussy because I heard you talking about me. So you're telling Top Fu, you, chavala, are telling Top Fu you ain't shit because he ain't been nowhere. Where have you been? There's pictures of you on the internet in your fucking birthday suit and sticking fucking plugs in your body. That's why you're a weirdo and no one was going to fuck with you. No one. You just keep doing fucking videos in your little shed and that's it. And if you have a problem with it, pull up, man. Let me know. Let me know the date and the time. I'll go to you. How about that? I know we at least got a couple gyms over there in the Bay Area, but you won't do a motherfucking thing. Not that you got to be scared of me. I'm nobody. I'm a lame. I'm a dork. I'm a dork. I'm a square. I'm a lame. I'm whatever the internet wants to call me, right? I love the square life because there ain't no action in it. I've seen too much action, okay? I don't want to fucking do any more action anymore. But you know who you are. You're exactly what Top Fu said, a straight J-cat. That's the definition. You'd get rolled up probably within 60. You wouldn't even last 30 to 60 days. They'd roll your ass up. Oh, but, on the internet, well, I'm just acting like that on the internet. Maybe you can fucking say that, but I don't know. Anyways, Kimos Flicks, I appreciate you, my boy. Give them that rusty screwdriver, Mikey. That's right. No, I say we're calling these people out now. You know what I mean? They come on the internet, make thumbnails and this and that. And a couple people send me the clips and calling me out. Look, man, that motherfucker over there, I don't know why that he hasn't been ran out of wherever he's at. But anyone that did like that in Salinas, that dude with that broke that kid's arm, that motherfucker rolled up. Anyone that gets punked, I remember back in the 90s, they would get slapped, punked, they'll take their belt. They do some crazy shit, right? But this was the 90s, take his fucking Cortez, whatever. They disappeared. They would never stay in the neighborhood. They're done. But this dude is un descarado, man. No shame at fucking all. Will sleep with the child and then give you advice about your children. I should go over there and fucking put everyone on blast, but I'm not going to do that because maybe some people are subscribed over here. Hey, just think about it, man. But I get it. It's entertainment at the end of the day. If someone R's someone and you want to watch their channel and the dude fucking R's people and that floats your boat, whatever it is, you do you. I'm out. All right, you guys, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I appreciate you guys. I'm out, cabrones, okay? We're going to be back on July 30th with Chicano Street episode 2. We got NorCal's biggest promoter. That's what Goto said. Oompa Knock. He's part of Chicano Street. And we also got a funny ass pinchy comedian. And he actually patted down Oompa for wires on the show. And he le dio una pegada with the pedazo right here, which is Everybody Loves Ray, my brother Raymond. Oompa, Raymond, and me, we got good chemistry. I'll see you guys on 7:30. I'm out, you guys. Remember what I always say, beautiful linda raza. Have a great weekend. Stay blessed, stay safe, do what you do. At the end of the day, brown issues is what we talk about right here on Chicano Tube. I'm out. Remember what I always say? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.